Hello everybody and welcome to the Saturday practice review for the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix on the outer loop as well. Once again, deep into the night for a session, and it didn't really deliver, but it gave us a good idea of what's going in for qualifying. It's the 2020 Sakhir Grand Prix. We remain at the Bahrain International Circuit though, on the outer loop. Lewis Hamilton has won 11 times this year, but he will not take part in this weekend's Grand Prix due to the COVID-19 pandemic and him catching the virus, which means we could be looking at a fifth different winner in 2020. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Hamilton, luckily, is already the champion. 332 points, is that how much it's going to be his total this year? Valtteri Bottas has held off second place away from Max Verstappen. However, that gap could close down in this weekend and next in Abu Dhabi. Daniel Ricciardo is in the fight for fourth place, just 2 points clear of Sergio Perez, who himself is 2 clear of Charles Leclerc after an impressive race last time out. Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz battling for supremacy at McLaren after a double points finish last time, followed by Alexander Albon now in 9th and Pierre Gasly now in 10th. The fight for 4 increasing to 6 drivers. Lance Stroll remains in 11th place on 59 points. Esteban Ocon is on 42. Vettel 13th on 33 points. Dani Kvyat, Nico Hülkenberg, Kimi Räikkönen, Antonio Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean not racing this weekend for obvious reasons, Kevin Magnussen, Nicholas Latifi, and George Russell, now driving for Mercedes, stands his first ever chance of scoring a World Championship point. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes have already wrapped that up. 533 points to Red Bull's 274. It's really the battle for third. McLaren, with a fantastic result last weekend, has propelled them into third place, way ahead of Racing Point, and Renault are playing catch-up. Ferrari now out of the game for third. AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, 7th and 8th. Haas, and there's still no points on the board for Williams, although Russell might get some from Mercedes. It's the Sakhir Grand Prix, and this is your Saturday practice review. Let's take a look around the Sakhir circuit then, with Lap Attack combining the 2010 and 2020 games by Codemasters. The last time we used that part of the track, 10-year difference. Here it is. Let's take a look around the Bahrain International Circuit outer loop, the first time we've ever used this configuration. Starting on the F1 2020 game on the new normal track, hurtle down the usual start-finish straight towards turn 1. A heavy braking zone after a long DRS detection point. From its gear, late braking down into second gear, about 70 miles an hour. Accelerate and compromise the exit at turn 2 to get a good run out of turn 3. Pay respects to Romain Grosjean in his horrific accident. How he managed to get out of that, we don't know. Now, let's switch back to the 2010 game on the old circuit that we used to use. Uphill, past now the tricky outer loop section into the chicane. It's bumpy, it's been resurfaced in parts, but the braking zone for the chicane is almost invisible. Hurtle out now, full speed. Ignore the barrier, flash back to 2020, and you're down the back straightaway, out of what is now turn 9, and down towards turn 10, 11. The last 2 corners on the track, another DRS zone, hard on the brakes, full power once again. It is an incredibly short lap, around 55 seconds, but still, it's going to be a very chaotic Grand Prix. So let's get on to the third practice session then. And what happened? Well, for the first time this weekend, George Russell was put out because Max Verstappen topped the timesheets overall. He denied them a clean sweep this weekend at Sakhir. It was a 54.064 second lap time going forward. Just behind Bottas, then Gasly, Ocon and Norris. Russell was way down the order as well. Only managed 7th as well, locked up heavily late when he was on the soft tyre run as well, prevented him getting up the order. Further down, Esteban Ocon really did surprise everyone with a P4 finish, just 0.026 behind Gasly. Ricciardo was further down, he was P14. McLaren with Lando Norris as well. Top 5, Sainz was top 10. He finished in 10th place as well. 10th of a second separating them. Hardly anything on this track at all. Racing Point, Sergio Perez, P8. 15 thousandths off of Lance Stroll, who was P9 as well. Occupying 13th and 15th, Leclerc and Vettel, the two Ferraris. 4,000 separated them, with Ricciardo slotting in the middle nicely. Overall, Vettel's session ended early, 15 minutes to go. A change of engine as a precaution before qualifying, a power unit failure, so he's got all of that to work forward going into in tomorrow's race as well. Shouldn't have a penalty though, mind. Verstappen spinning down into turn 1 as well, similar to accident what happened yesterday with Jack Aitken. And of course at the end of the session, Leclerc losing out the last corner and being straight in the middle of the track. Bottas coming up and finding that. Luckily no one was injured as well. It was a calm session for everyone. Let's take a look at the times from free practice 3. So Max Verstappen topped the third practice session on a 54.064. Valtteri Bottas was second at 54.270. Pierre Gasly third at 54.427. Esteban Ocon fourth at 54.453. Lando Norris is fifth on a 54.606. Alexander Albon sixth at 54.629. George Russell seventh. First time he's been off the pace this weekend at 54.664, exactly 6 tenths off. Sergio Perez is 8th at 54.678. Lance Stroll 9th at 54.693. Carlos Sainz rounds out the top 10 at 54.720. Antonio Giovinazzi is 11th at 54.845. Danny Kvyat is 12th at 54.850. Charles Leclerc 13th at 54.854. Danny Ricciardo 14th at 54.857. Sebastian Vettel 15th at 54.858. Kimi Raikkonen 16th at 55.171. Then we get Kevin Magnussen 17th at 55.347. Nicholas Latifi 18th at 55.493. Pedro Fittipaldi is 19th on a 55.666. And Jack Aitken 20th at 55.670. So we're back in moments time for the qualifying session here on YouTube. Who is going to take pole position? Well, it's anyone's guess. Join us in a few moments time for qualifying. Bye for now.